Trump administration continues to withhold over $1.2 billion in FEMA counterterrorism funding that should have been provided to communities almost 6 months ago for programs such as Urban Area Security Initiative and Nonprofit Security Grant Program. The Trump administration is even challenging court orders that would make this funding available immediately to first responders, nonprofits, and other local partners. In many communities, this lack of funding is jeopardizing security preparations for upcoming large events, such as the FIFA World Cup, America 250 celebrations, and 2028 Olympic Games.
You know, it's just unbelievable to me that we sit here in this hearing today, which is about security and intelligence sharing for these large events coming up in the United States of America, like the FIFA World Cup, the Olympics, etc. And my Democrat colleagues continue to blast the Trump administration for not funding the Department of Homeland Security and all of our efforts that are designed to keep these people, our citizens, foreign travelers, and these events safe from attack. And yet not one single one of them voted for the Department of Homeland Security appropriations bill. People ask me all the time, is Washington, D.C. as bad as we think it is? This committee hearing right here is a perfect example of how bad it really is. They'll sit here and talk about the Trump administration and how they're not distributing funds for these events and to keep our communities safe. And yet not one of them voted for the Department of Homeland Security appropriations. That covers the Coast Guard. It covers CISA, cybersecurity. It covers ICE, Department of Homeland Security, all of it. And they didn't vote for any of it. When you hear all these comments from people that voted against funding the Department of Homeland Security, is there a part of you that's like, really? This is political theater. That's what it really is.
Without them being fully open and operational, it causes problems for us in fighting the threats, from transnational organized crime to human trafficking to counterterrorism. They need the resources as much as possible to get, and that includes DHS Office of Intelligence Analysis. Without their backbone supporting us, that's a problem.
How about TSA, right?
Huge.
The folks that, work in airports every day to make sure that folks coming into these events are going to be able to get here and attend these events. Is that open right now? Is that funded?
That's a problem, and especially the support that we get from the Federal Air Marshal Services on counter drone activities and detection. I mean, they are great partners in this. So there's a lot of components with the DHS that the longer that they don't have funding, the longer we have huge gaps that we will see.
I want to read some quotes that I heard just in this hearing today from some of our Democrat members. This admin has jeopardized Homeland Security efforts. The time for action is short. Release these funds now. Everyone deserves to be safe and free at these events. Security planning cannot take place during insecurity. We're Americans. Funding should be given regardless of politics. Did you guys hear those? I just want to make the point again. If you're a Democrat on this dais and you voted to fund the Department of Homeland Security, please raise your hand. That's what I thought. And so, it's just too hard to sit here and listen. And they're hoping that nobody calls them out on their gaslighting. They're hoping that nobody does and that we all just play nice in here. I'm not going to do it. That's not why my constituents sent me to Washington, D.C.